This video introduces the connection and programming of robots built with the Robix Rascals set. Install the Robix software normally, and these two icons should appear on your desktop. We'll come back to these icons in a moment. The Robix electronic interface, called the EI, powers and precision controls up to 32 RC servos at one time, and in coordinated motion. The yellow, red, and black dots at left show the required cable orientation. We'll be using the first 6 servo outputs shown inside the red circle. In either order, plug in the power and USB cables. Click the yellow desktop Nexus icon. In a moment, you should see a window like this. Under Detected Devices are the names of any EIs attached to this computer. The control windows we'll be seeing show additional capabilities we won't use now. You can focus just on what we're covering in the tutorial. Minimize the Nexus window to reduce clutter. Click the black Nextway icon. If this is the first time the Nextway is run, its white pane will be all blank. In that case, click New Nexus Connection, and then click OK. In the Nextway window, click on the plus sign next to localhost. Then click on your controller name. Ours begins with TTT. Yours will begin with something else, almost certainly. Click Pod 1 to open its console window. We'll come back to it in a moment. For now, the software is set up and ready to go. The arm we built in an earlier video has 6 servos, 1 at each joint as usual. Since the joints do not correspond very well to those in the human arm, we'll refer to them simply by number 1 through 6. Here again is the Robix EI. The EI has a total of 64 ports, also known as cable connectors. Carefully maintaining proper orientation, touch any connector to an open servo port to see which servo moves. In this case, it's servo 3, so we plug this cable into port 3. We continue until all 6 cables are identified and connected appropriately. Now back to the Pod 1 console to operate our robot. Again, this console controls all 6 servos we've plugged in. The blue area of the console is where the robot script will be created, either by using Teach Mode, coming up next, or by direct editing, or most commonly by using both methods. To enter Teach Mode, press F9 or click the button indicated by the cursor. You'll control each servo, or several at a time, by holding down keys on the keyboard. In Teach Mode, your keyboard devotes 4 keys to each servo. For servo 2, which we will operate in a moment, these keys are, from top to bottom, 2, W, S, and X. For our whole robot, these 6 columns of 4 keys, or 24 keys total, make up what's called a teach pendant. For reference, here's an industrial teach pendant with additional functions, plus a large red emergency stop button needed when teaching large or otherwise dangerous industrial robots. In fact, let's take a look at one now. This is Dr. Human Lee doing a teaching demonstration with an industrial robot in a laboratory. Okay, now it's our turn. We'll move servo 2 first, then all servos in just a few minutes. Using Teach Pendant keys 2 and W, we move servo 2 clockwise and then counterclockwise. Using the keys S and X, we do the same motions but with finer control. Watch the top of the blue scripting area. We click the Add to Script button and a move command, think Move To command, is inserted. This command, when executed later, moves all servos to the positions they have now. We've moved servo 2 to a different position. We click Add to Script to insert a second command below the first. We exit Teach mode and run the script by clicking the green down arrow or pressing F5 several times. Our robot performs the two simple move commands. For new programmers, this section, moving an object, takes a while, so we'll speed up the action here and there to keep things interesting. We'll now program a pick and place script. Our young programmer working here is new to Rascal programming, and their work is a bit rough, as yours will likely be when you start out. You'll see that our programmer makes a lot of small teaching jogs when trying to home in on an endpoint for each new move. But remember that only when the Add to Script button is clicked is a new move command actually added. We'll speed over the next bit of teaching. The white tees that the ball sits on are not anchored and so get pushed around significantly during teaching. Our novice programmer should have used the removable adhesive foam squares supplied with the Rascal set. Alternately, consumer versions of these removable squares are found at many hardware and craft stores. We speed up again and watch our programmer teach the robot to place the ball on the second tee. And finally, we go back to normal speed and view what we've made. Note the script bar as it steps through the move commands our programmer created in the last 20 or 30 minutes. Our simple pick and place script is complete.